All right, welcome back to Grimerica Outlawed. We have Fair Broca with us. He's a spiritual teacher, shaman, speaker, and author of numerous books. His mission is to share practical spirituality to help people activate transformative processes. I'll talk about his latest book here, or I won't talk about it, but I'll mention it, 8 Universal Laws. And it's exercises and meditations for self-realization. So welcome to the show, Fair. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this space.
Yeah, you're welcome. This will be fun. You haven't done a lot of English interviews, but we are very casual here, and we'll try to speak slowly.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I guess, let's start with your latest book. You've written a couple. You've explored all these different religions and different things. So you've come up with, I guess, I feel like you're at a pinnacle of like all your knowledge, and you come up with these 8 universal laws. Can we talk about that?
Of course. For many years, I travel around the world. I have the opportunity to visit more than 100 countries, and in each trip, I looking for the roots of the spirituality in each different place. And at the pass of the time, I can understand that all the roots it's for the same tree. I think that in the deep of the spirituality, it's only one authentic truth. So for me, was reto, a challenge for me to going to understand these different ways. And when I'm write this book, I try to put all together the different paths of spirituality can help people to live in harmony and in peace. Because for me, this is the spirituality. It's not only pray. It's not only meditate. It's more about how we decide to live our lives.
What is your did you have a background of spiritual? Were you like Christian growing up, or did you have a spiritual background at all growing up?
My background is Catholic. I'm from a country that more of the people are Catholic. I born and grow in a little town that's called Santa Cruz Acatlan, and this is very authentic Mexican kind of people. And of course, the Catholic, it's very important tradition. I grow in this way, but my soul always have curiosity about other paths. And from I was very child, I'm begin to look about Buddhism. I love the tarot, and for the Catholic, this is very bad, not correct. And for me, it's a kind of battle inside me. But this is my origin. At 20 years, around 20 years, I was called for a shaman, for a very important shaman in the south of Mexico. And my meetings with him was a very transformed experiences for me. And when I begin to be the path of the shamanism, I put a little back the Catholic tradition. I'm be totally love with the forces of the nature and with the knowledge about the ancient persons.
What about Christianity in general? Do you have because I see like a bit of an increase in interest in Christ,
Yes.
But we have a lot of guests on that they call themselves recovering Catholics. Like they've grown up with such strict Catholic rules that they kind of break away from that shell. But we also have a whole bunch of friends and guests that have now gone towards Christ, but not through Catholicism, but through non-denominational stuff. So are any of these universal laws or what's your view of Christianity without, like, not Catholicism, but Christianity?
Okay. For me, the Christianity, it's a very good way for the people to can feel this attraction. It's good. Because for me, the most important religion is whatever religion that could be a good person and live a good life. For me, it's not a problem. in especially the Jesus Christo, for me it's a big master. And for some shamanism, he is a shaman. His teachings are about the shamanism and about to connect with the superiors paths or superior spaces. And for me, that's very important. I think that when the people begin to be deep in the Christian tradition, could understand that every person have an inner Christ inside of himself, and when we understand that this energy can be alimentar, feed with our intention, our things in our head, this energy can be up and make like a flower around us. You understand me?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. 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 No, I appreciate that. That's kind of what that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Well, Darren, do you have any questions or?
I'm wondering if you mentioned that all those religions seem to come from one root.
yes.
Does that imply that there was some sort of civilization? Because 100 countries spanning a lot of geography, does that imply some ancient religion shared across the globe by some other society, or is this just sort of it permeates because it's just the way of God sort of type thing? How does that? How do you explain that root religion?
Okay. First, I try to define a line between religion and spirituality. The religion it's a collective path with so many rules and beliefs that all together make a religion. And the spirituality, for me, is the direct connect with each person with the transcendence forces. Maybe God, maybe universe, maybe energy, but it's an own way. So the religions begin from spirituality, and I think that in the first of the times, maybe the shamanism, we believe that we are the six humanity. We are six different humanities, and each humanity have his own characteristics. So in the beginning, we are only one humanity. And in this first time, the Mayas calls that it's the time when the people be in contact with the brothers of the stars. It's the name of the Mayas put at this time, but in each different culture have different names. Maybe it's the paradise, maybe it's the Olympic gods, maybe it's the creation from the Egypt. But this first time, I think that all live together, and of course the human persons could be more powerful, because I think that we have three eyes, and these three eyes are open in these times. That happened and the pass of the times is that two of these three eyes was closed by the wars, technology, civilization, education, and I put under comillas because for me it's not the really the direct way. So, answer to your questions, yes, I believe that we have only one big humanity in the past with the same ethics roots, with the same customs, with the same ideologies in ourselves, and this was changed at the pass of the time. And maybe if you can give me space, for me it's important to compare what are these three eyes, because to share what is these three different eyes.
Yeah.
One eyes is the eyes to see out of ourselves. It's to see the other people, it's to see the world. This is the big eye that all the humanity was work in this. And in these times, most of the people only see out what are happen out of ourselves. The second eye, it's an eye to see inside of myself, to know what I really I believe, what I really I feel, who I am really in the deep, not my name, not my work, not my novelar titles, if myself. And the third eye, it's one eye that it's in, maybe it's similar at the third eye for the Hinduism, but for the shamanism, this third eye, it's open up at the sky, foresee the goddess, foresee the natural forces, foresee the energy. So in the beginning, we have three open eyes, and at the same time, we can see what happened with the other persons and what happened with ourselves and what happened with the energy. And this is the reason, because our ancestors have more intelligent, more creativity, more peaceful, more compassion, because here open. In our times, I think that maybe 98% of the people only have one eyes open, and it is
Outside.
outside. Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. So what that makes me think of the past like couple thousand years where there's been a lot of wars, a lot of uh, physical trauma. But I also agree with you that maybe before that there was a point when we had more power, spiritual power, we had more ability. Was there a shift towards more of a materialism like that happened thousands of years ago? Was there the fall of man? Was that the fall of man? What was that?
For me, for the shamanism, we have a legend,
Yeah,
and this is very interesting legend, because the people in my country don't see internet. The shamanism in the mountains, in the jungles, never see internet. Most of them can't read. So this is a very past legend, and tell that in the beginning, when the people are wake up, one god, or it's like a god, but it's a little god that's called in Nahuatl Tezcatlipoca. It's difficult word for other languages. It's ¿cómo se dice mentiroso? It's a liar. It's a liar god. And they begin to show at the people little crystals that have bright. And the people begin to follow these crystals with lights and go direct to a big room, that it's a room of mirrors and humo and smoke. Mirrors and smoke. And sometime all the people be inside this big room and begin and forget that it's alive outside of this room. So for us, the shamanism, the people never get out of this room, and the time was passed, and we only be atrapado, we be trapped inside this room. And next generation born in this room, and very little kind of people ask about what is out this room. Actually, in our times, most of the people lives in this room because the information on the traditional media networks usually have one idea of the world, at what are happening in the world, and many little percent of people ask about if this is true. And I don't know what you think, but I suppose that you are agree with me that we are only see a very limited space of the reality.
That sounds like Plato's cave. Is it the same thing?
Yes, it's similar. It's similar. The difference is that with the people that can ask about get out of the room of the mirrors and smoke are agredidos. Sí, are hurt by the people that live inside of the room. Most of the people can't have the permission for get out to this room. It's quite similar, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Derek.
Is there anything aligning those 100 different religions that sort of hinted to what happened to the ancestors?
Repeat me, please. Sorry.
Was there anything in those books and all those religious books that you studied that hinted at what happened to the ancestors, why they're not around anymore?
Que por qué no, porque ya no están, porque qué pasó como con esa información.
Okay. What happened with the information outside of the room?
No, I think he means the evolution of our ancestors, like physical. I think
Okay,
is that what you're
okay.
talking about, Darren? Physical,
Yeah,
what
like
physically happened.
The past
So,
people.
like the first evolution they mentioned, that we're on 6. So the first one happened, and then was there a cataclysm? Did we?
Yes. Sorry, I understand your question, Darren.
That's
These first persons have two stories. One, he lives inside the earth and inside the mountains, and transform not in a person's like a consciousness, like an energy. And sometimes when we make meditations of some sacred rituals, we can't connect with them, but in energy level. This is one history. And the second history is that they goes with the brothers of the stars and go, but not only in a spaceship, maybe more in energy and with praise and elevating his vibration and get up to another step in the evolution. Okay, in some cultures, like in Egypt, for example, these first masters convert in a goddess, in Horus, Isis, Osiris, Maat, could be the first one, and for the next generations, we call from this like a gods.
Okay. Do you have any other questions, Darren, at all?
No, that's I'm always trying to pull on that
cataclysm.
What happened to the last people? What happened to the people that, built all the structures and all the stuff we seem to be like all the holy books, all the scripture, all the writings from all that different stuff, the people that wrote it down, even that seems like it's post something, something crazy happened and they're all gone. But I guess we should cut into what the 8 universal laws are, right? Because we've got the 8 universal laws across all these different books. So I'd like to start digging into what they maybe have in common. Maybe you could share some of those with us.
Of course. These laws comes from different religions, because I believe that if one think it's true for all the persons. If the true it's only for white or yellow or green persons, that is not true. Like the peace is for all the persons and the different animals, vegetables, trees. It's for all. So these laws comes from different origins, but can be used for all the persons. The first laws speak and comes from the Hinduism. It's laws about, for example, one very important part of my book talking about it's called in Hinduism Lila. And Lila, it's a play. It's the play of life. It's to understand that in the life we are living two parts. One real and spiritual life, and one appearance life, material life. So you need to understand how the play, what are the rules of the play for be a very good player. And this Lila, for example, teach us about the importance to elevate our consciousness level. Some persons that see the reality in a very lower consciousness only have a small part of the totality. And when you grow our consciousness with the knowledge and with ideas and with practice, you can understand most things. And in the same origins of these laws, present the law about generation. The generation law call and teach us that we are making energy in our things, our beliefs, and our feels, and our acts, and with our words. And how can we combine these different elements to make a pulso and like a drum, tung, 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 pulse, this pulse, and with this pulse, begin to ordinate and harmonize the spaces and more make the manifestation, but the manifestation not like the superficial manifestation. Repeat 3 times, I have a Ferrari, I have a Ferrari, and this is not my idea. You need to understand all the different things that need to be mixed for have the energy and make a pulse and manifesting the reality. And this is 2 of our laws, but I travel around Taoism and comes with a very important law from the Taoism. Taoism, it's the original tradition of China and this part of the world, and it's very connected with the nature, very connected with the flow of the water and with the importance of the earth and the energy that comes from the sky. And from this tradition, that it's very near for me, because the shamanism and the Taoism are good friends. We are good friends from many traditions, spirituality. They teach us about the times, to understand the cycles and the times. When you are not in time, the things are more difficult. And when you are flowing in a good time with coherences and intention, the things could be more easy. For me, it's a good example, the people to navigate in a, ¿cómo se dice vela? Barco de vela? In a ship of wind. You understand? When a ship flow with the wind, the person that are driving this ship need to understand all the things that was happening, and this is important for our lives. We need to see what are the signs, the symbols, the times for make our best decisions.
Instead of just sailing around blind.
Yeah,
Sorry?
sailing is a good analogy, because even if you're gonna, because you can go against the wind if you kind of go back and forth, right? I mean, you can tack and jib or whatever they call that, back and forth against the wind, or yeah.
Yes.
So what's the fourth one?
The fourth, I'm trying in disorder. Other of the laws, talking, it's from a shamanism, and it's a law that calls all-in. All-in, it's a word that describes a very peaceful movement. For example, when we are seeing the sky and the nube ceilings, and the sky, it's moved very slow, but always are moved. The shamanism tells us that in the life, sometimes we need to be in peace and have a very little movement. And we believe that sometimes making very little movement with coherences and constance, we can move more quickly that if we make quickly movements without conscience or not presence. And this is a very interesting concept in our times, because of course we are living in a world very faster, and we don't have time for enjoy the little things of the life, for make a good conversation slow, for have time to walk with our dog in the streets. It's like it's run. And when we are run all the time, our energy never be with us. It's like we are like a ghost, and we are run, and our energy ghost is persiguiéndonos, behind us all the time. Yeah, this is a very special law, because when the people can understand the very importance to live in peace, and at one point, live in peace, it's not only meditate. Some persons meditate quickly. I have 3 minutes, brain, go. And breathe and go. And this is not really peace. And other persons believe that only the meditation on the pray can llevarnos, can take us from the good rhythm. But it's persons that can make bordar, ¿cómo se llama? To make some manuality thing, or be careful with your garden, and in this, or cooking. And when you are cooking or make your garden or only walk in the street with a presence, could be in the all-in movement. And in this moment, all the life open and the things happen more fluently.
I like it. Yeah, kind of slow down and be intentionally slow down. Yeah.
Yes, it's very nice.
Did you come across in your Mesoamerican study? Did you come across the Toltec wisdom at all?
Yes, of course. Toltec is very.
Because one of the books that had a big impact on me, just a simple little book, the Four Agreements. The Four Agreements, kind of the four laws, right? Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best.
Yes, the Dr. Miguel Ruiz.
Right.
I know. I might travel sometimes with him. It's a very special person. Yes, and this is a very good example, because sometimes we believe that the spirituality needs to be very very complex, complejo, ¿cómo se dice? Very complicated concepts, and we need to study many times. And for example, Miguel Ruiz, with this great book, tell 4 things that are very easy and practicals, and good and help in our each day. This is some similar that I try to make with my book. I try to near these laws for all the people, for a taxi driver or a person that work in an office. It's not you need to make a very deep exploration studies. Only understand the laws, integrate the laws, and apply the laws. Yeah.
Yes, that's great. That's why I brought it up. It reminded your laws reminded me somewhat of that. So what's are they in order of importance, or what's number 5?
Not really for me. For me, it's I propose one order, but all the laws are a complement. If you work with some part, you help all the parts. If you try the second one, you help the 8th one. No? Other law, it's very common, the concept, but not most of the people really understand the good part of this concept, and it's called karma law. The karma, it's a word that comes from the Hinduism. The karma, it's an action, and tell us about each action have consequences. And when we understand that we are with the seals in our life, if I put seals of love, seeds of love, or seeds of patience. Seed, you understand me. Seed, the result be connected with these seeds. And in the karma, most of the people believe that it's like a punish. You were a very bad boy, and your punish, your karma, would be tal. But for me, the karma, it's also the good things that make in our lives. When we open our home from help some person, when we listen to the problems that some friend have, when we open our heart to approach with our sons or our fathers, we are making also karma. And in the karma, the very interesting thing is that are different levels of karma. We have our own karma. We have a collective karma. In our times, we can see some wars and some very big problems. And when we look in the past, we understand that these seeds are in the past, and in the present continue put the same seeds, and we continue make the same problems again and again and again, because nobody have the conscience to say stop with this thing. And also we have a very important collective planetary karma. This is for me one of the most important karmas, because we only have one house, and our house is our Mother Earth. And if we destroy our house, we don't have a B plan. We can have any other option. And this is a collective karma, and all these different lines we can touch in our book. I talk about to clean the karma, to transformate the karma, to cross the karma with a very good actions. And when we make these good actions at the correct way, that call it's the dharma. Dharma, it's the karma from the good actions. And when we practice the dharma, all our things begin to order around us, and life it's better.
Is that why they weigh your soul against a feather? You have to sort of at least break even with your karma.
How?
Well, I think, is it the Christians that you weigh your soul?
Egyptian Book of the Dead, yeah.
Right.
So the Egyptians weigh your soul when you die against a feather, right? They weigh it against a feather.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Darren's point is that if you have too much karma, you'll weigh more than a feather, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, but that's a good point, Darren, because a lot of these different religions have a judgment after you die, right? So karma would help you get to the next place, right?
Yeah, and only from explain something about the Egypt. This feather, it's a symbol of the god that calls Mat, and the god Mat, it's a justicia, to the justice god. Yeah. So the feather, it's like a symbol about if your life could be lives with justice. And for me, that's very nice symbol, because if you live in coherence with yourself, if you be a good person in your own level of consciousness, you are okay. But definitely, Darren, most of the people in our times can't pass this proof. Most of the people have a mistake across in this proof in our times. Yes.
So I wonder about intention. Does that mean that if a person actually, as long as a person believes what they're doing is good or for the greater good, does that mean the karma would be good regardless, even if, because there's two sides to every conflict, two sides.
That's a good point.
To all these different things, like, where does intention come in? Does that, like, is it like, so if the person that's having the intention is having it with good intention, I got to go fight for my country from the invading whoever, but the other people on the other side, they've got their reasons too. So, and a lot of times in history, those people that were going to fight each other,
of course,
they didn't have a say in the matter. So, how does karma, does it go by that each of those people thought they were doing good, so they get some good points, or does one of them lose?
This is a great point, and of course, I'm agree with you. And we need to understand the difference between the ego karma, the ego from the persons, and the ideality of the persons. When we speak about nations and political, we lose all the essence of the karma. But for me, the right understand concept is the karma from the teachers from the Buddhism. And the Buddhism talk about a rect path. You understand me? Rect path.
Recto is right.
Sorry, right path.
Oh, right path. Yeah.
Right path, right word, right work, and right is it's not a nebulous concept. It's a very definition and clear concept, and calls about wheel from a car. When the wheel is not right, the car goes for other different way, no direction. But when in our lives we need to really know about if our karma it's good karma or bad karma. We need to make one question: this karma make suffering or damage at other person, at other way of the life? And if we make damage, this is bad karma. This is not important if my religion tell me, if my vision of the world tell me. If I make suffering or damage, this is not good karma. For example, if one person give eat and a homeless, and with a good feed a homeless with a really pure intention, this is good karma, because your intention is make a good thing for other people. But maybe the homeless sick with this eat. You understand me? It's this food and sick, and this is bad karma, because try to make a good action, I make a bad action. It's clear. You understand me that I try to tell?
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah.
But the main important thing is that the person to give this food makes with a right direction, with a right intention. So, for example, the very higher people that practice the Dharma, it's called Jainism. It's from other religion of India that it's Jainism, and they be very straight with this path, and they believe that we can eat any animal, because when we eat an animal, the animal that death suffering the most of the times. So they are vegans and only eat vegetables. You can understand me. So for me, we live in a time that it's very difficult to be very strong with the karma. For of course, I make bad karmas because I eat sometimes chicken and sometimes cow, and I enjoy a hamburger. It's the real thing. But I make my best each day for not make damage around me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do it, but when I do it bad things, I immediately have my conscience and try to make good things. So it's like a balance, like the Egypt balance, and make bad things away, come good things, and this is the intention, the real intention in our lives. If we are pure, we never make any damage at any kind of life.
Bear, is there anything we didn't get to about the book that you think is important before we start to wrap up?
Make the invitation from all the people who want to live more consciousness, to live spirituality, but a spirituality from the day to day, to buy this book. I'm really I feel very grateful with Inner Traditions for make possible that this book goes to the English. This is my sixth book. I'm write normally in Spanish, and this is my first English book, and this is special for me. And also say thanks, Raham and Darren, for this interview. I really enjoyed to talk with you both. Very nice questions, and only say blessings, and remember that this is our world and this is our life, and maybe the most important concept in the spirituality for me, it's we need to be good women, good men, good persons. This is the highest level of spirituality.
I like
Is
it.
there any plans to bring the other ones to English? Your other book?
Yes. The first step is this, and maybe write from English. I really enjoy to be my dreams come true. And for me, I'm born in Mexico. I'm never make lessons to speak in English. For me, it's a very hard work make these interviews. But of course, my dream is that my words and my knowledge be at most persons could be possible for touch the hearts, and the English it's a big opportunity. And I think that many persons who read and listen English feel this call inside to wake up.
Yeah, you did a very good job. And mention your YouTube channel too before you go.
Yes, of course. It's Fer Broca in YouTube, and in my internet page, it's my website. It's Fer Broca. It's this.
Yeah.
Ferbroca.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You did good. No problem. In like another 6 months, you'll just be hammering out the English.
Oh yeah, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Coming on the show. Thanks
Okay,
for the
take
book.
care.
Come back anytime.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the free version of the show, Gramerica Out Loud. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We get into a bunch of great stuff in the second half. Of course, if you guys want to check that out, head over to GramericaOutloud.ca today. Sign up. Not only can you support us and keep us in business, this is all we can do because, you get canceled nowadays for talking about the stuff we talk about. So if I go and try and get a real job, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy Nazi. So
Yeah, we're pigeonholing ourselves.
we're unhireable. So check out GramericaOutloud.ca. $6 a month. Sign up today. Not only does it support us and keep us on the air, it also gets you an extension to this show. You get an extra 45 minutes or a half hour, however long this was. You get just as much. You get twice as much show for your buck. So sign up over there and do that. And that's how you support us. That's the best way to keep us in business. And you get all that extra content and the whole extra show. We do a whole extra show a week for us supporters, doing a roundup. So check that out. And of course, Gramerica.ca for our other podcast. Over 700 episodes over there. Contact at thecabin.com for trips and events. Adultbrain.ca for audiobooks and ebooks and print books and publishing books. Any of that stuff, all the above. And GramericaCBD.com for all the other good stuff.
And A-List.
Oh, that's right. And A-List.ca for Canadian content, and Gramerica.ca/rooms if that's what floats your boat. Of course, you can email us, gram@Gramerica.com as well. But main thing is to sign up for Plus and support us. So GramericaOutloud.ca, sign up today. Other than that, we love you guys. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next week.
Who's gonna kill this sacred cow? You were never political anyhow. Since when did you start trusting in the government? Since when was it okay to ridicule and shame your neighbor? Your opinions have become as fickle as artificial flavors. What matters most to you? What the TV host told you to do? Or a moral compass that points true north, oh true? Who's gonna kill this sacred cow? You were never religious anyhow. Since when did you kiss the ring on the hand of the Pope? Since when do we need pharmaceuticals to cope? Your soul has become, ever-loving soul has become as brittle as communion wafers. What matters most to you? What the Holy Ghost told you to do? Or a moral compass that points true north, oh true? I'm gonna kill this sacred cow. Bureaucrats think I'm non-essential anyhow. Since when has our culture become so lowbrow? It's all touchscreens, and nobody has any know-how. Your idea of fun is taking 1,001 photos of your duck face. Matters most to you what the celebrities post told you was cool, or a moral compass that points true north, oh true. I'm gonna kill this sacred cow. I'm gonna kill your 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 sacred cow.